Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Nazir, page 7, which discusses an interesting situation where you have a person that wishes to sell their field. Now, as they sold, let's say, their field or possibly their home, they decided to keep for themselves a well. They didn't wish to sell that. Now, it happens to be the well in which they still want to retain ownership of, it happens to be that it is somewhere in the middle of the field. Now, on this, there's actually an opinion that says that in order for you to be able to get to that well, you actually need to purchase a pathway to get there, which shows that when a person sold their property, they did it with what's called an ayin yafa, with a good eye. Because you would maybe think when they sold the field or house and he wanted to retain some part of that area, again, for example, a well, that it would be self-understood that he would need to be able to keep a path for himself. But it actually says, according to one opinion, that he would need to purchase this pathway. And this is an amazing message. It first of all teaches us that when a person is involved in transactions and a person sells something, it is very possible that you could do it in a proper way. Obviously, when you're engaged in selling your property, you wish to make a profit, but it doesn't mean necessarily that that person is going to wish to turn a profit at the expense of another person. And therefore, a person would sell their property with this good eye. However, the Talmud does tell us that even according to that opinion, if he would have added some extra words to say, except for this, so the fact that he added a few more words in the description when he was engaged in this transaction, we say those extra words have meaning, and therefore he doesn't have to buy an extra path, which teaches us that when it comes to speaking, if a person decides to say more than is necessary, a person doesn't just say it for no reason. It has meaning. It has value. And we hope that's also how a person will conduct themselves in the way that they speak. That when you're engaged in a conversation and you decide to extend the conversation, you decide to say more than you need to, that in itself shows that you have more meaning in what you're trying to say. Your words are not empty. Your words are not meaningless. And therefore we derive from here that just by saying a small few extra things could actually create a totally different law as far as you being able to now go through this path without having to purchase it. And therefore, we also need to learn how careful every single word that we say, everything that we do means so much.